Last weekend, November 13th, Charmaine and I went to Fort Macleod to see the Canadian premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife. If you're not aware, Fort Macleod is one of the many places in Alberta that is actually featured in the film. In fact, there's a scene where a movie theater gets blasted with a proton pack. We saw the movie in that movie theater. If that's not meta, I don't know what is. Now, I made a video about that whole experience, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, there are some problems, but, I don't think the folks in Fort Macleod have a lot of experience with film premieres. Nonetheless, it was a fantastic time, and I want to get into my review of this movie. I know it's actually coming out today, so if this video isn't out today, I think I probably wasted my time here, but life is busy. Anyways, I want to say that Ghostbusters Afterlife is 100% a movie you can fully enjoy, even if you're just a casual Ghostbuster fan. The movie really revolves around family. Not only from the movie itself, that really follows Callie, played by Carrie Coon, who is sort of run out of luck. They're getting kicked out of their apartment because she hasn't had enough money to pay the bills. And the fact that this film is also a family tradition, with Jason Reitman taking over the franchise from Ivan, which has got to be a really heavy responsibility. And Jason Reitman has said that he has never felt more pressure on any film that he's worked on up to date and on this one, because there's a lot to it. People love Ghostbusters. Without any spoilers, I just want to go in to talk about how this film really works for me. Now, I have to admit, it was exciting being a part of the premiere. It was really fun to go around and create a video of all the filming locations before the movie came out, which is kind of weird. But this movie was filmed 2 years ago, and because of the pandemic and probably many other reasons, it has been waiting a long time to come out. So back to family. So Callie and her kids, which are Phoebe and Trevor, Phoebe being played by McKenna Grace, and Trevor from Finn Wolfhard, who you probably know from Stranger Things. Hello, Stranger Things. Which in itself is kind of meta, because in Stranger Things, Finn's character and his friends dress up as Ghostbusters. Little piece of trivia, when Finn auditioned, he did not know what movie he was auditioning for. So I guess they didn't want anyone to come with any preconceived conception about how they should act. So he got that role based on his own acting merits, not just because I think he put on that costume in Stranger Things. Now, all the actors, I should say, do a fantastic job. I think there's excellent chemistry. Paul Rudd, who plays Mr. Gruberson, the summer school teacher, and Carrie Coon have fantastic chemistry together. But this is really Grace McKenna's film. It really does focus around her and the brokenness of their family. Callie has never known her father, and I don't think it's a spoiler to say that her father was Egon. Now, we get into a little bit more, and I'm not going to go into the details of how they became estranged. Callie's character holds a lot of anger towards her father for what she thinks is abandoning her and her family for no reason. Of course, I'm not going to say too much more. I know I've said that a bunch of times. It's really hard to do a review without doing spoilers. But let's just say, I don't think I'm giving too much away to say there were reasons. There were reasons that are explained in the film as to why he left. So there is some closure. Again, I'm not going to get into too much of it. This is a film that has been really panned by a lot of critics. And I don't know if I would take that too seriously. This is a great summer popcorn movie. It's fun for everyone. It's a family film. I don't even think there's a single bad word in it. There might be. But it is fantastic. We enjoyed it. We had so much fun watching it. In fact, we're going again tonight, and we're going to watch it in a more modern movie theater. The Empress Theater was fantastic to be in, but it's like 110 years old, and the seats are probably from the 1950s. And I gotta say, we were really uncomfortable. In fact, one of the reasons they were holding this premiere in Fort Macleod at the Empress was to raise money so they could get new seats, because trust me, they really needed to get new seats. I do want to say that you will not be upset unless you are a real movie snob. Like, if you can't watch a movie that isn't by, Stanley Kubrick or, Christopher Nolan, you're not going to be really mentally challenged in those kind of ways. But this is a movie that is what I love, which is great special effects, excellent chemistry, fantastic acting, great writing, and the franchise is intact. We're not going to talk about the 2016 version. That has literally been erased from canon. That film was never referenced in any way whatsoever in this sequel. This is really officially Ghostbusters 3, although it takes place, 30 years after the fact. We get some visits from the original Ghostbusters, and I guess you could say there are some similarities in the arc of the story compared to the original Ghostbusters. Now, with that being said, it actually makes sense because, again, we are dealing with, if you've seen the ads for the movie, you would know we're still dealing with the same evil entities that were in the first movie are in the third movie. Not a lot of reference going back to the second Ghostbusters film. Really, not that that didn't happen. It was all a part of canon, a part of the history of ghostbusting. They do talk a lot about that in this film, about all the stuff that was happening in New York City in the 1980s. But then it all stopped because the Ghostbusters saved the day. They saved the world. Bottom line, this is a fantastic film. If you are looking to spend some money and get out, I highly recommend you go to a theater and see this. Follow all the stuff that you need to do. Put on your mask. Make sure you're vaxxed. And have a great time out at a movie theater. You will not be disappointed. That's my real quick review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I've never done movie review before, but if I was going to give it a rating out of 10, I would say this is a 7.5. Not the greatest movie ever made, but is the type of movie I love. Lots of fun, great chemistry. Go out, go see it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time from The Holy Moly.